Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Gold with your daily analysis for Tuesday the 11th of March. I'm recording the video now, just gone 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The main wave count, which I favour, was expecting upwards movement. That's what we've got. We have a green candlestick for Tuesday's session. If it closes around about this same level, then we'll have a morning doji star candlestick pattern, which indicates that we have a trend change back to the upside. Let's have a look at the charts. The main wave count is the same and expects more upwards movement. The target is the same at 1390. Minuet wave C would reach 1.618, the length of minuet wave A. That would see the ratios between A and C within the second zigzag of this double, labelled minute wave Y, show alternation between the A and C waves within the first zigzag of the double, minute wave W. In this zigzag, A and C are close to equality. I expect that we're going to see more upwards movement towards the target for maybe 1 or 2 weeks before it's done. The bigger picture still sees primary wave 4 as incomplete, and this wave count and the alternate see it as continuing sideways as a double combination. The first structure in the double, labelled intermediate wave W, ends just off to the left of the chart. It's a zigzag. The double is joined by a 3 in the opposite direction. This is a deep 99% correction of intermediate wave W, so this X wave is within a combination and very unlikely to be within a double zigzag. This is where the second structure of the double begins, and it should be either a flat correction most likely or possibly a triangle. A flat would subdivide 3, 3, 5. The first 3 up is incomplete. It must be a corrective structure. The only corrective structure it can't be is a triangle. This one looks like it's unfolding as a double zigzag. Here we have the first zigzag in the double complete, labelled minute wave W. The double is joined by a 3 in the opposite direction, labelled X, and this is a very shallow correction, which is typical of X waves within double zigzags. This is where the second of the zigzag begins, subdividing 5, 3, and we need a complete 5 up. I would expect upwards movement may find some resistance around the upper edge of this channel, so draw this channel on the daily chart and copy it over to the hourly chart. Within the second zigzag of the double, if this B wave continues further, which at this stage looks very unlikely, but if it did, it can't move beyond the start of the A wave below 1307.48. If today's candlestick closes with the green body well into the territory of this red body here, then we'll have a morning doji star candlestick pattern. And that would be further indication that we've had a trend change at this point right here, and that we're going to see a continuation of this overall upwards trend. Let's have a look at the end of the B wave and the start of the C wave down here. This point down here. We have a 5 and now a completed 3. This looks like an expanded flat. The C wave didn't move substantially beyond the end of the A wave, but it did move very slightly beyond the end of the A wave. The subdivisions all fit correctly, although it does look like a rather unusual expanded flat. That's how it subdivides, and I expect this is the end of the second wave following this first wave impulse up. And so we may have a third wave beginning here, and at 1364 it would reach 1.618, the length of the first wave. That short-term target should be met within the next 24 hours if this wave count's correct. We will have this wave count confirmed, or at least a trend change down here confirmed, if we see price move above 1353.07. It came close at this point here, but it's not enough to provide us with confirmation of a trend change at this point down here. Within microwave 3, no second wave correction may move beyond the start of its first wave below 1337.78. If we see this first invalidation point breached, it could be that microwave 2 is moving further sideways as a double flat or a double combination or a bigger flat correction. If it does that, it can't move beyond the start of 1 below 1328.18. At the daily chart level, It's possible that minor wave A is over here as a single zigzag and we are in the very early stages of a B wave down, but this is looking increasingly unlikely. This wave count requires confirmation with a trend channel breach. We need to see a full daily candlestick below the lower edge of this pink channel and not touching that trend line in order to have any confidence in this wave count at this stage. Let's have a look at how this may be unfolding on the hourly chart with the end of minor A up here. Is this point up here? So if this is the end of minor A, then we have a 5, 3, and within the next 5 down, a 5 and a very deep zigzag for a second wave correction. The subdivisions fit okay. We have to see this as a 5 wave structure though. It's possible up in here we could have had a 4th wave, but this looks best for the main wave count as a 3. At 1316, minuet wave 3 would reach 1.618, the length of minuet wave 1, and we need to see initially movement below 1328.18 to have any indication that this wave count may be correct. At that stage, the main wave count's invalidated, but this alternate also, as I said on the daily chart, requires a clear breach of that pink channel with a full daily candlestick below this trend line and not touching it in order to have any confidence in it. At the daily chart level, it's also possible that instead of a double combination, primary 4 could be a huge triangle. This wave count at this stage doesn't diverge from the main wave count. The expected direction is same. Targets and invalidation points are the same as the main wave count at this stage. That's all for me today with your gold analysis, and I hope that all our members are having a fabulous day.